And here to discuss all of this is NewsNation political editor Chris Stirewalt. Okay, Chris, we just heard Joe's report. The Democrats say that this committee, it's full of making absurd claims and it's dealing in innuendo. Is there any there here yet? Can you tell?
Well, I mean, look, the part of this is Republicans who want to shift the focus away from Donald Trump, shift the focus away from these things, and raise these problems for Joe Biden. So the political motivation is partly external, but it's also internal. And Democrats probably can remember what it was like to have a party where your own members, especially the rank and file, are very convinced that very bad things happened and that serious criminal actions took place, as Democrats were about Donald Trump and Russia. And the problem when you are on the Oversight Committee, and the way that you got on the Oversight Committee was by saying that you were going to be tough, you were going to go harder, you were going to do all of these things, and then you have to deliver. So what I heard from these Republicans today was, yes, trying to put the heat on Biden, yes, trying to do that, but also trying to take the heat off themselves so that they could say to frustrated voters who are entirely convinced of the matter inside the Republican Party, we're working on it, we're working on it, we're working on it.
Right, but at most what they found is that members of the Biden family may have received money from companies with ties to China and Romania, but President Biden himself didn't receive any money.
Yeah, they still haven't breached the barrier. So the vouchsafe for Biden, the place that he can be safe is as long as it is never found that any money flowed directly to him, or that he was part of any direct buckraking for his son, or that he traded anything for any sort of pay for his family. Republicans have not yet pierced that veil.
Right.
I think the problem for Republicans in this is they want to create a narrative about corruption in the Biden family. But where Biden goes on that, and it's probably very effective with voters, he says, look, I have a son who has really struggled with addiction. My one surviving son has really struggled with addiction and really struggled to get his life on track. And I love my son, and he's trying to get better, and I stand by him. That's a pretty complete response. Obviously, this is not good for Biden as he's launching his reelection campaign. This is not what you want to talk about if you're Biden.
No.
But I think the Republicans haven't gotten where they want it, where they can start to really move persuadable voters on this question.
And we also know that there are tens of millions of American families dealing with a family member who is struggling with addiction, and know how difficult and painful that can all be. Okay, let's switch very quickly to Congressman George Santos. He was defiant today, calls it a witch hunt, says I'm not resigning. In fact, I'm running for re-election. They can't force him to resign, can they?
No, they can't. And as a matter of fact, Kevin McCarthy doesn't really want him to resign right now, lest he have an even smaller Republican majority. He has no seats to spare. But I will say this about Santos, that phrase witch hunt, you know who else says that?
Yep.
Another New York Republican who had legal problems this week. And this is a consequence for Republicans. They really have to think about this. The excuses that they make for Donald Trump will be parroted by other people, and the standards that they set to try to get through this cycle and do those things, they're going to have to sit with. So that's what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and in this case, the gander is George Santos.
Yeah, he not only called it a witch hunt, he in the next breath started invoking the Biden crime family. So he's read the talking points someplace. Chris
Great
Stirewalt.
Sunglasses, though.
Yeah. You got to give it to him. I wonder who paid for
That's
them.
Right. That's right.
Chris Stirewalt, always great to have you on the show. Thanks so much.
You bet.
Coming up, one day.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.